Hello, hello. Welcome. Finally, I was able to get on. So, this site is called Take What Rings True, and my Galetti. And I want to welcome you to the site. Say that's why it's called Take What Rings True. So, today I want to talk about perfect wealth. As you probably know, I went to trance classes for years where a psychic, Sylvia Brown, would go sit on a bench on the other side, go into trance and go sit on a bench. And then one of our spirit guides, this case, Rahim, came in 1991 and told us about perfect wealth. So if you ever ask for money to cover something, you want a new car, you want to pay the PG&E bill or electric bill, you want to do whatever, you want to go to a concert, and you want money for that occasion or that instance. Well, he said, stop doing that. So he said to ask for perfect wealth. So a lot of us have limiting beliefs. And beliefs are the thoughts that you believe you don't deserve money. And you may not consciously think, oh, I don't deserve money. But if you came from a family that worked paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to pay things, or you were told, oh, we can't afford that, we can't afford that, we can't afford that, which probably you couldn't. But if that's in your mind, that that's the way it should be for you, then that's called a limiting belief. So if you don't believe that you should be able to get enough money to do whatever you want to do, then that's the limiting belief. And we are such strong programmers that that limiting belief stays in effect. You don't believe you have enough money to pay all your bills, then you don't have enough money to pay all your bills. You believe that your family is not deserving of a comfortable living wage, then that's what happens. Your expectations create limits on what you can use or what you can have. So, number one, please decide that you deserve some money. Number two, money is a tool. I don't see anything out here that says, okay, whatever your name is, you only deserve blah, blah, blah amount of money. There's nothing, there's no contract. Well, you might have a chart that says you're going to be poor this lifetime, but you can change that. You can ask for it to be changed. So, perfect wealth. Decide, number one, you deserve it. Number two, think of it as a tool. Money is an exchange. You have energy, you do a job. Say you build steps, for construction companies. Then you get paid in kind. You get paid according to the work that you do. Well, whenever you get money, think of it as a tool. It's just a way to show, okay, you created stairways for 7 buildings, and that would be this amount of money. It's an exchange. So then you can spend your money on other things that you need or want, your groceries, etc. So, tool, money is a tool. So start thinking of it that way. And nowhere does it say, oh, you can only have 5 cents. Not really, but you know what I mean. Okay, so perfect wealth. So Rahim, spirit guide, said instead of praying for money for individual bills, say, and I would write out, I would like to have perfect wealth that will take me into a very comfortable position for as long as my time is in this world or on this earth. So that would mean you have enough money for your needs, you have enough money for your bills, you have some for fun. So you can go on vacation, you can go to the carnival, you can go to a concert, and you also have enough money to give to others. So if somebody's in need, you want to give it to the food bank, you want to give it to the hospital, then you have money to do that also. So starting as soon as possible. So whatever your mantra is, or whatever you write down or say aloud, also add as soon as possible. You don't want to say that and then have it come true when you're 80. You want it to come true now. So, number one, stop with the limiting beliefs. I believe I'm going to do next week. I think I will do my talk on limiting beliefs. And there's a way you can like stop that block in your head that a friend of mine gave me. That's a very smart person. Okay, so next week I'll be talking about limiting beliefs and how to negate them. So stop your limiting beliefs, number one. Number two, money is a tool. Think of it as a tool, not a pie in the sky that's not available to you. Number three, you are worthy. You are worthy of having money. Money is a tool. There's no reason you can't have money unless you wrote in your chart, I'm going to be poor, I'm never going to have any money, in which case you appeal to God and say, I would like this changed. If I wrote in my chart that I'm going to be poor for the rest of my life, then I must have come to this session to learn that it's possible to change that. So you can overcome that by asking God, if for the greater good, I would like to negate the part of my chart, if I wrote that in there, that I am not going to have money and have perfect wealth in this lifetime. So you need to be specific and say as soon as possible. So remember, you can ask for things. You ask for the teddy bear when you're 5 years old and you get it when you're 85. That's not good. On the other side, this is just a snap of the fingers. Your whole lifetime is a snap of the fingers. So you must say when you want things. When you pray for things, number one, ask for it if for the greater good, because you don't want to make your life worse. And number two, give a time. So take a breath. Think about what are your limiting beliefs? What is stopping you from having enough money to come to you and have it be perfect wealth? So you have a comfortable time in this life. You have enough for your needs, some for fun, enough to give to others as soon as possible. What is it in your mind or your family or your belief that you're holding on to that you cannot have perfect wealth? You might want to write it down. Well, my family's never been wealthy. We've always lived month to month, hoping for paychecks. We have to save to do anything. Okay. Why is that in perpetuity? It's not. So stop deciding that that's the level you're going to be and get beyond that. So Rahim, the spirit guide, said to specifically ask that you would like perfect wealth to take you into a very comfortable position for as long as your time is in this world. So decide, is that something you want? Then if that's something you want, then write it out or say it with conviction and step onto that path that you expect money to come to you. You expect money to come to you, enough for your needs, enough for some fun, enough to give to others, starting as soon as possible. And you have to believe it. If necessary, write it down, read it every day, act as if you believe it, and stop the limiting beliefs. You are more than worthy to have money. There's nothing written anywhere that I've seen that says that you are not allowed to have money. You are not to have perfect wealth. So, if that's the case, then go for it. Say it, write it down. Be specific. Ask for a time period. So take a breath, close your eyes, see yourself as a money magnet. Money comes to me, wealth comes to me. I have all that I need. I have enough to give to others. I have money for fun. I can go on vacation. I can help people who are less fortunate. And this is coming to me now in perpetuity for the rest of this lifetime. And decide that that's possible. Stop. I know some of you, you're saying, oh, that's nice, but it's not for me. I can't do that. Stop beliefs. Take a breath. That's why I would like you to write it down or say it out loud with conviction. Remember, money is a tool. I don't believe any of you have a chart in your house, what do you call those posters in your house saying your family may not have perfect wealth. There's nothing written anywhere that says that you can't have that. And as I said before, if it's written in your chart, then you ask for it to be changed. Some of you have finances as your option line. If you have finances in your option line, you could write in to have extreme wealth. That's your choice. You didn't write anything in about finances, then you can be ultimately wealthy. But for sure, ask for perfect wealth. I know some of you are going, I don't think so. I can't do that. My family's not been wealthy. I have trouble getting a job. Well, stop the limiting beliefs. You might want to sit down today and write more than just perfect wealth. What do you expect in your life? And which areas in your life are you limiting what's possible? You are such a powerful creator. You are such a powerful programmer. If you're always saying to yourself, oh, I can't have that kind of job. Oh, I can't do that. That's not allowed. Where does it say that? In your mind, you're writing out the chart of what you want. You're programming for what you want in your life. What you say to yourself goes out to the universe, and then the universe brings it back to you. If you believe that you can't have money, then that goes out to the universe. Okay, they can't have money. Don't give them any money. You need to reframe what you're thinking. So we go back to you are worthy. You can ask for perfect wealth. The other side, via Rahim, the spirit guide, came and told us you can ask for perfect wealth instead of asking for money for each individual bill or desire. You need a new car, you need a new apartment. Instead of asking for individual things, say, I would like to have perfect wealth that will take me into a very comfortable position for as long as my time in this world, which means enough for your needs, enough for some fun, including vacations, and enough to give to others who are less fortunate than you. And put a time on it as soon as possible. And then expect the tool of money to come to you. See yourself, picture yourself as a money magnet. Money just comes to you when it's needed and even when it's not needed. Because if you have more than enough, you can give to others. Okay, so that's your job for today. Take a breath, look at your limiting beliefs. You can write them down if you want. Then say to yourself, money is a tool. Say you would like to have perfect wealth. And then step onto that path. If you don't believe it, that's fine. but still say it out loud. Read it. Say it to yourself every day if you need to. I want to have perfect wealth that will take me into a very comfortable position for as long as my time in this world, which means enough for what you need, enough for fun, enough to give to others, and time frame as soon as possible. You want that to start coming to you. Money coming to you and expect it. And stop with the negating it. Stop with the limiting beliefs. Oh, I don't know about that. Read it to yourself. Read your phrase or sentence you want about perfect wealth. Read it to yourself. Make a little poster. Put it on your computer. Put it on your dresser. Put it on your mirror. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. And next week, I'll talk about limiting beliefs. It can be any kind of limiting beliefs, and we will do a little exercise to negate limiting beliefs. So thank you for joining me. This is Take What Rings True, and my name is Teresa Micheletti, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye.